Ayo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy X coming at y'all with a brand new video, and as you guys can see, we are back at it with another tier list, this one being the best Dark Matters. I figured it was a pretty fitting time to finally go ahead and give us a tier list on the Dark Matters. It was a while, not I guess too long ago when I did the last one, so I just want to give you guys an updated one right before Season 7 comes out, so we know what the standings are right before. So if you guys are excited, make sure you guys smash the like button down below, as well as comment I guess get your favorite card, because not everybody has access to Dark Matters, and for most of you guys, it probably would just be JR. So let me know your favorite card down in the comment section below. Subscribe if you guys are new on that road to 10K subscribers. If you guys want to see any of the tier lists that we've done, point guards, shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, centers, as well as I think the Galaxy Apples and the Pink Diamonds, those will all be linked in the description down below, so you guys can have a lot of fun and check all those. That's going to be a great time. So without further ado, let's get involved. I figured, since we don't have too many cards on this one, it's not like a massive 50 card tier list, I would go ahead and do it this way, where I just take the card and I'll drag it over to it, just because I know some people do miss that old style of tier list, so we're going to do it this way, just for some fun. So Grant Hill, oh, first off, sorry, we have a whole new list. We have Ben Simmons as the top tier, we have almost Ben Simmons, we have real damn good, we have pretty good and solid, but there's some better options. There's only a few cards I think that I'll put into a few of these tiers, but overall, we have a lot of really good Dark Matters, and if they're a Dark Matter, they're probably going to be one of the best cards in the game. So, for Grant Hill, I think he is sitting solid in the real damn good tier, because Grant Hill is real damn good. I didn't want to say it, but I'll say it. Grant Hill is really good. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and call him one of the best cards in the game, but he's definitely one of the best, I guess, PGs in the game. But because he's tall, that's really about it. And he's an amazing, amazing defender. I just wish that Jump Shot 1 wasn't terrible. It does get better on very quick. I'm not going to say that it's not. But there's a lot of other PGs, honestly, that I just rather use at the point guard position. Like, I understand that people love Grant Hill because he's just a really tall kind of guy, but when there's a guy like Ben Simmons out there, even Penny Hardaway can do kind of the same thing, and now Galaxy of Alonzo Ball, I'm not really excited about Grant Hill as I once was. Next up, we do have Derrick Rose. It kind of just gets hurt by the fact that now we have Ben Simmons, and we just have a lot of tall PGs that really aren't going to let the 6'3" and below kind of guys just do their thing. Derrick Rose, I like him, but I'm just going to put him in the pretty good tier. I understand there's a lot of you guys that are still having a great time with Derrick Rose and are still absolutely killing it with him, but for being honest, based off of the other cards that we have at the PG position, there's just no way that I can realistically keep Derrick Rose there, because I mean, there's guys like Opal Rondo and Derek Williams who play just as good, if not better than him. It's just not really too worth it. Next up, we do have DeMar DeRozan, who is an absolutely beautiful card, has that trade break base, and it's just a wonderful guy all around. Anytime you put a trade break base on a court, I'm going to love it every single time. They leave the Curry slide, and he's just all around absolutely amazing. Plus, I'm a big DeMar DeRozan fan, like, in real life, so a bit of bias right there. But, I mean, ever since they gave, you know, DeMar DeRozan that trade break, or like, I guess we'll call it the team hack base, he's been one of the best cards in 2K ever since, and I absolutely love it, and I'm super excited that we're keeping with that trend, so that's really awesome. Next up is Dark Matter Chris Bosh, who I am, again, throwing up into the almost Ben Simmons tier, because I know some people don't like it because it's stupid quick. Like, it is lightning fast. The jump shot 28, it is one of the fastest jumpers you could possibly imagine, but because of that, it is absolutely insane. It has a really nice green window, and overall, it's just really good. Plus, Chris Bosh is just good at everything else, as most of these Dark Matters are. I just absolutely love him, and I think he is a great card that is super, super slept on. Like, give love to this Chris Breezy, man. It sucks we haven't been able to watch him in a while, but he's still an absolutely amazing card. But he's got great size at the 4 and the 5. He's just all around a really solid guy. I just wish he would, they would have made him extra cheesy with like the Curry slide or something. That would have been crazy. Next up, we do have Dark Matter Carmelo Anthony, and I will put him down to the pretty good tier. I think Melo gets a really bad rap, just because he doesn't have the Curry slide. I mean, in general, I love the Carmelo jumper. I think it's super solid, and it's really fun, it's really nice, and just everything that you would want. Plus, he can attack the basket great, and with that nice jumper, he can shoot everything. He's an amazing defender. He just doesn't have the Curry slide. Like, that is the only negative about Melo. And if you're somebody who doesn't use the Curry slide, like, what do you care? You know what I mean? It's really not as big of a deal as a lot of people are making it out to be. Next up is Dark Matter Blake Griffin, who had the potential to be one of the best cards in the game. I'm not going to lie, because Blake's jumper on very quick, well, it's not amazing. It's definitely not as bad as you would think it would be. It's actually pretty solid, honestly. Plus, Blake is going to be one of the best slashers in the entire game just because it's Blake Griffin, and they always juice that up. And he's going to be one of the best defenders. If you actually look at his card, it is unreal how many Hall of Fame badges he has. He has the quick dribble style, and he has the Curry slide, but he's too tall and he's too fat to actually be able to do it. So even on next gen, he's not as great. If he could Curry slide, I think I would have moved him up into the almost Ben Simmons tier, maybe even up into the Ben Simmons. But he can't Curry slide, so he's going to have to sit in the real damn good, because he's still real damn good. He's a great card. It's just like the same case as Pau Gasol. Pau Gasol's Opal could be 3 tiers up, you know what I mean, if he had the ability to actually Curry slide like a Bull type of player. But because he can't, you got to knock him down a little bit. Next up is Dark Matter Ben Simmons, and obviously Ben Simmons is going down to the solid but better options tier. I mean, he's just really not that good. I mean, he's a short PG that just... No, I'm fucking kidding. Ben Simmons is up into the Ben Simmons tier. I mean, he's a 6'10" point guard who has a great all-around release. He has some of the best animations in the game. He can Curry slide, he can dunk on everybody. His defense is absolutely elite, and he's the best card in the game. Period. Bar none. Ben Simmons' Dark Matter card is the best card in the entire game. I don't want to hear anybody trying to argue it separately. That may change tomorrow with some of the new guys that we get, but even if you are somebody who cares about some other animations, he also has the Pro 8 cross, which I've heard is the best moving crossover. It's just insane how great this Ben Simmons is, and I can tell you right now, expect to see a lot of crazy things like this in the future. If we get like an out of positions 2, where, you know, we have a Derrick Rose center, it's coming, and it's going to be a wild time. Next up is Dark Matter Zion Williamson, who we are throwing into the almost Ben Simmons tier. With Simmons out there, Zion's definitely not as great, but still, I love that he's got the Kobe Bryant base. It's super money, it's super nice, Curry slide, and he can do literally everything. And I think that Zion Williamson is still up there when it comes to total stats. He's no longer number 1. That's actually Blake Griffin by 16 stats. So that's interesting, and he's no longer the top when it comes to badges. He is 2 badges away from the number 1 spot. So Zion's fell from grace a little bit, but I still think he's amazing. It still is a great all-around card. He's just the oldest Dark Matter, so he kind of has been getting a lot of unneeded hate, I guess I'll say. Next up is Dark Matter Wilt Chamberlain, who obviously is going up into the S tier, or Ben Simmons tier. This Dark Matter Wilt Chamberlain is just absolutely insane. I mean, how could you not love him? I mean, I think Kareem is amazing, but... Well, actually, you know, there's 3 guys I think I'm going to put up into the top tier because they're all really good centers, and I just can't really pick between them. But Wilt, 7'1", 8-foot wingspan, has 44 Hall of Fame badges. The defense is just out of this world. Literally nobody scoring on Wilt. And then they gave him the Pro 3 moving behind the back, which gives you a 7'1" guy with the best full court dribbling move, and it's just literally unreal. He does whatever he wants, whenever he wants it, and it's actually kind of insane. Wilt Chamberlain is an absolute beast, and jump shot 17, or set shot 17, on the very quick timing actually ain't too bad, and you can green pretty consistently with Wilt. Next up is Tracy McGrady, who obviously is equal with his counterpart in DeMar DeRozan. If you are somebody who plays on current gen, I recommend that you go the DeMar DeRozan route because he doesn't have blinders, but obviously if you're somebody on next gen, go with Tracy McGrady because he's got the blinders. That makes him absolutely insane and one of the best cards. They're both some of the best slashers in the game. They're going to be some of the best shooters. They play amazing defense. They're all around great cards, but obviously, if you're on next gen, you need blinders. It's basically the number 1 badge in the game. And by basically, I mean it is. It's the number 1 badge in the game. Next up is a Taco Fall, who is down here in the solid but better options. Because, let's be honest, when we have a Blake Griffin, a Chris Bosh, and a Wilt Chamberlain, all of which who can play the same position as Taco Fall, but have better animations, have better badges, and all that sort of stuff, it just hurts. I know Taco Fall is tall. I know some people might hate this pick, but Taco Fall is solid, but there are better options. Even in the Dark Matter tier, and low-key even in like the Pink Diamond tier to play the center position. And if you search hard enough, actually, I could say there's better ones at the Diamond tier with the new Diamond Eddie Curry. I was really excited about Taco Fall, getting him out the glitch market, but he's just so rare that it kind of annoys me too. Just not worth it, man. And same thing goes with Steph Curry. Get down there in the solid but better options tier. I've seen a lot of people talking about how this Steph Curry isn't as bad as some people are saying, and that is 100% true. This Steph Curry is a lot better than people are giving him credit for. He is an amazing card. He does everything well and is one of the best shooters in the entire game. Still plays good defense. He actually can get to the basket pretty well, which is cool, but let's be honest, his dribble 6 are terrible. Other than the Curry slide, everything else is just horrid, and he's tiny, and he is a terrible wingsman. He is one of the worst player builds in the entire game. In the beginning of the year, when Curry was the best shooter, bar none in the game, it made him so much better than everybody else. But now that everybody is so juiced up, We have a Ben Simmons at PG. Steph's down in the solid better options here. That's just how it goes. Next up is Dark Matter Shaquille O'Neal, and this was one that when I was like going through the motions and trying to pick where I wanted to throw cards, he was probably the card that had the most trouble, I guess, really finding it, because it's a Shaq card and he's usually not that good. But if you actually try him out, the Shaquille O'Neal jumper on very quick becomes absolutely insane, and he is up there in that Ben Simmons tier. These three are just literally insane. Like, they do whatever they want. Ben Simmons stops everybody, and Shaquille O'Neal is a glitchy center, man. He does whatever he wants, and they've nerfed, actually, you can see, Wilt and Shaq by making him not power forwards because they knew he was that good. Just does literally everything. He's the best post-game guy in the entire game. Every single year, he just did drop step, and his big fat player build is always just overpowered. Plus, he snags every single rebound and does whatever he wants. Shaq cards are always pretty good for what they do, but this glitched one actually may be the best Shaq we've ever had in the 2K game, which is pretty crazy. Next up is Russell Westbrook, who I'm going to put even with Derrick Rose. Maybe a bit of a controversial one, but I think these guys both give you exactly what you're looking for at the exact same level. You know, Derrick Rose and Russell Westbrook are both slashing, playmaking PGs that are 6'3". Westbrook just has the benefit of being an insane rebounder, better playmaker, and defense just out of this world. Plus, he, for some reason, just feels a little bit faster. The Curry slide is great, which I love. The quick dribble style. The Westbrook jumper, I don't love it. I will say that. But, you know, you can kind of get around that with how great of a slasher he is. Everybody's going to be expecting you to take it to the rim, which can really help. And the same thing with Derrick Rose. I think both of these guys are really good, but not the best PGs, but they're better than Curry. So I think they got the love that way. Next up is going to be Ralph Sampson's Galaxy Opal, or that's a Galaxy Opal, Dark Matter, who I'm kind of leaning towards the pretty good tier. Because Ralph Sampson just, I don't know, he rubs me the wrong way, man. We have so many, I think, really good centers at this point, especially Dark Matters. We have 5 Dark Matter centers, which is the second most by position, which is pretty good. But I don't know, man. Ralph Sampson is going to be like a really good just inside guy and defender, as you would expect, really good post guy. They gave him the Curry slide again, like Blake Griffin, but he can't actually Curry slide. And he has that terrible player build at the center position where his height is actually taller than his wingspan. Most people have a longer wingspan than they do height, and Ralph Sampson is just against it. He's basically just like a worst Wilt Chamberlain. It also has that Pro 3 behind the back, but it's just not worth it. Like, why would you lock in Ralph Sampson just when Wilt is there and is just as good, if not actually is better? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Plus, when you can't Curry slide, it gives you the worst animation in the world. I don't think this Ralph Sampson is very great, and I guess I wanted to shout that out in the best way possible. Next up is Galaxy Opal, or I keep saying Galaxy Opal, Dark Matter Pete Maravich, who we're throwing in the almost Ben Simmons tier. There's just something about Pete Maravich cards every single year in 2K that make them the shiftiest goddamn thing in the world, man. There's just something about it. I don't know what it is. But Pistol Pete, 6'5", has a 6'8" wingspan, and is going to be one of the best shooters in the game. His playmaking is just amazing. Quick dribble style, Pro 2, so he can Curry slide, and the Ray Allen jump shot on quick is going to be amazing. Just everything about this Pistol Pete card is just unreal, and it's super fun. Do I think he's worth the locking in, 750 tokens 3 times for those 3 Galaxy Opals, and then spending another 1,000? I don't know. But he still is an absolutely insane Dark Matter and is one of the best cards in the game, if we're being honest. Next up is going to be Galaxy Opal. I keep saying it, man. Dark Matter. Michael Jordan, who is just a great card. I mean, him and Zion Williamson came out at the same time, but they can just do everything well. And if you look at this Jordan, you're really going to struggle to find a single flaw in his game. Next up is going to be the Dark Matter Kobe Bryant, who, again, I really love, but I mean, I love Kobe, it is that, but I just don't feel myself being really drawn to this Kobe, especially considering he's a secondary position power forward. Like, why? It's just, I don't know, a little bit weird. The Kobe Bryant dribble style just is not very good. You want the quick and things like that. Everything else about this card is amazing. Pro 3 behind the back, Curry slide, all that sort of stuff. Amazing slasher, amazing shooter, really good defender, can play make really well, but he needs a better dribble style to really feel insane, and I don't think he got that. I just don't think they thought about, I guess, those kind of things, or they did. I don't know. They did for certain cards, but then other cards like Kobe, they just decided, you know, we don't need to give him a good dribble style. We'll just home a little bit, and it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But you know, it is what it is. Next up, you can see we have the Dark Matter Kevin Garnett, who is a card that, again, I really struggle with ranking because I like Set Shot 14, especially on Quick, and I like this Kevin Garnett card in general, but I know some people don't. But if I'm being honest, I do think he's better than the Rose, the Carmelo, the Westbrook, and the Ralph Sampson, so I'm going to put him in the real damn good tier. If you don't like Set Shot 14, you're not going to like it. It's that Antoine Walker kind of jumper. If it's not for you, this Kevin Garnett card is going to feel terrible. But I personally really like it. I think it's smooth. Plus, Garnett's one of the best defenders you could find inside and out. Just all around great at the power forward and the center position. He can shoot from deep, great. And I would put him on par with Blake, if I'm being honest. Next up is our wonderful Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who again is a really great card. Just overall solid, does everything well. But Jump Shot 21 on Very Quick is absolutely insane. And this rating is ranked on the fact that you did fully juice up your Kareem. You know, you threw on a range extender and that sort of stuff on him. Because, if I'm being honest, it may be blasphemous to some people, but without adding range to Kareem, I'd probably put him down in the almost Ben Simmons or maybe even the real damn good tier. But once you add a really good, you know, range extender, a sniper, and a deadeye on him, he becomes absolutely insane because he's already one of the best defenders, bar none. One of the best post guys in the entire game. And has some pretty solid animations. So once you do that, he becomes one of the best cards. Next up is Dark Matter J.R. Smith, who is getting put into the real damn good tier because he has the quick release timing on his jumper. Jump Shot 49 is amazing. It is super nice. It is super smooth. I used to hate it, but I actually kind of like it now. But on Quick, it's just a little bit slow compared to some of the jumpers that we're getting now. Like Tyrese Halliburton has a faster jumper than J.R. Smith. It's a little bit weird. But everything else about JR is absolutely amazing. If you get used to the release, it's super easy to time, and you can basically make everything. He dunks everybody, his defense is solid, and he's 6'6" the PG. Like, he's super good. All around, I really like him. So, but he definitely has some flaws, so real damn good for me. Next up is going to be Dark Matter Jason Tatum, who I'm also putting into the real damn good tier. I know some people have been saying that he's like the current gen god, but I don't see him as being that insane, I guess. I don't know what it is about it, but I don't know. There's something about this Jason Tatum that I don't absolutely love. I know they're holding some stuff back so that the Dark Matter that you get for the collection reward is going to be one of the best. And it's probably because he has the slasher dribble style. I just don't like it. I think it's a bad dribble style. It just doesn't really help you out. He does the Curry slide, which is cool. Pretty good tendencies as well. And everything about his badges and stats are actually pretty good. But there's just, I don't know, something about Tatum that just doesn't get me excited. So I'm throwing him in the real damn good. And last but not least, we do have a Dark Matter Kevin Porter Jr., who is literally just a slightly worse J.R. Smith, so obviously they're both in the same tier, real damn good. If you don't want to grind to level 40, you just can't get there. Kevin Porter Jr. is the closest thing that you're going to get to Dark Matter J.R. Smith, because all of the animations are the same, you just have some slight differences in stats and badges. So let that be known, just in case. Let me know what you guys think about the tier list down in the comment section below. Make sure you guys like if you guys did enjoy, as well as comment your favorite card in the entire game you're running 2K before Season 7 starts, because I guarantee we're going to get some guys that change that. Subscribe if you guys are new. We are on that road to 10K subscribers. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all in the next video.